Hello, everybody, and welcome to Star Wars Happy Hour number 16. How is everybody doing? I know you guys can't respond in real time, but leave us a comment. Let us know how you're doing.
And he already asked us, so we already told him how we were.
Yeah. Well, I posted on Twitter that I was going to make a drink from the Galaxy's Edge cookbook. It's all gone because it was very good.
Oh,
what was it?
It's called the Lothal Spiced Brew. And you get any stout beer that you like.
Okay.
Put that in a blender along with half a cup of condensed milk with half a quarter teaspoon of nutmeg and a quarter teaspoon of cinnamon powder. You blend it up and then pour it over ice. And then you can add brandy if you want. That's optional. I did not do that. But I used Guinness. And man, it was good. I've had two of them.
I just threw some
you're
lemonade with some vodka in a cup.
Ooh.
Mixed it up. Like, all right, good to go.
Nice.
I haven't made a drink yet. I didn't. Like I was telling you, I was at the dog park, so I just had enough time really to kind of like heat up some quiche and go from there. So.
Well, there you go.
But I might run off and make a drink in a second, depending on how things go.
Yeah.
Depending on if you need one.
I don't know. Depending on where the conversation leads, I'm like, I'm going to have a drink.
Well, listen, we've got 2 hours to see where this conversation goes. So
I know, yeah. So I got a little bit of Fireball left, so I'll have something with Fireball. I'm looking over there like everybody else can see that it's in my refrigerator.
I've got a bottle of whiskey in the pantry, but I'm just like, whiskey and me, although I love it, the night usually does not proceed as planned. When I have whiskey.
No, usually not. I think one of the best drunks I ever had was mezcal. Have you ever had mezcal?
No.
Oh, when I was in college, a friend of mine went to Mexico, came back with a bottle of mezcal, complete with the worm in the bottom of it.
Mm-hmm.
And
a worm in the bottom of it? What the hell?
Yeah, they put worms and stuff. I didn't eat the worm. I'm like, the hell with that. Supposedly that's like a delicacy because you leave it in there and it supposedly sucks up all the liquor. I guess that's the point of the worm in it. But we just started taking. We were mixing it with stuff, and then we were doing shots, and then at a certain point, we were chasing shots of mezcal with shots of mezcal. It was a fun night. I don't remember a lot of it, but I remember laughing a lot.
Listen, if you remember a night where your drink has a worm in it,
yeah,
I mean, you do much better than most.
It was a big bottle. There was probably about this much left.
Yeah.
The next day.
Yeah.
And somehow we were going to a party and we broke it on the way. It was like that scene in Animal House when Belushi freaks out.
Yeah.
They break a bottle of booze. That was a bit like that. We're like, oh my god! So, oh well, I haven't had it since.
Well, we've got Carly and Runs with Caesars in the chat.
Hello.
Hello, guys.
Hi, friends.
How are y'all?
Have they ever had?
Have you ever had a drink with a worm in it?
With a worm in it, yeah. Well, it's not a drink; it's just a bottle.
Or a bottle, whatever.
Yeah, a bottle.
It's still in liquid.
Yeah. It wasn't like it was a dirty cup. It was the
right.
It was intended.
It was intended.
Yeah.
So has anybody, for those of you that bought anything on May the 4th, I know some people's shipments got to their houses pretty fast.
Oh.
Has anyone gotten anything? Or maybe not even for May the 4th. Has anyone gone to the store since then?
I did not get anything on May the 4th, but I got like this shirt and a few other shirts from her universe the week before. And they got to my house. I guess like they knew that people would buy shirts and want them on May the 4th. So they got on like the evening of May 3rd to my house. I was really impressed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This one it's just a Falcon shirt?
Yeah, it was for their Valentine's Day. It says
gotcha.
You're one in a millennium. And I'm like, I'd wear that every day. But it was on sale because it was like left over from their Valentine's Day collection. I'm like,
right.
Getting that.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. Jason, what about you?
I didn't buy anything. I came real close. I came real close last night to looking at. I came this close to getting some Bad Batch Black Series figures, but I decided to show some self control. Didn't get them.
We don't do that around here, Jason.
I know. I was just I was like I had it like they were on my phone. That's the thing. You should not be able to buy things from your phone because I'm just like I'm sitting on my couch. I'm kind of half watching TV. I have my phone in my hand. I'm looking at the Bad Batch. It was like Crosshair and Hunter look pretty cool, and you can take the helmets on and off, and then I just kind of
cool.
Yeah.
And then I glanced up at my bookshelf that has all of the other black figures that I have displayed up there that are for the most part gathering dust. I need to dust a couple of them, and I'm just sort of like, you know what? I don't need any more. Although I did want to try and get one from like every iteration. So like I have black figures from all the movies except for Solo and Rogue One, and I bought an Ahsoka months ago, and it hasn't come. And I figure, well, that takes care of Rebels and Clone Wars,
right?
And Mandalorian, and I have a Mandalorian and a Baby Yoda. Actually, the Mandalorian was the first Black Series I got. Again, I'm looking up here like everybody else can see what I'm talking about. So the Mandalorian figure Black Series was the reason I started collecting Black Series. I'm like, these are cool.
Yeah.
And the dopest one I got is the Vader one. That one is it's so cool.
Nice.
It's unbelievably cool. So.
I went over to Target today because I looked on the app yesterday or the day before, and it said that on May 8th, they were releasing the Funko Pops of Rey from Episode 9 with the yellow saber and Palpatine from Episode 9. So I went to Target this morning, and I get there, and I see the cart of boxes in front of the Star Wars aisle, and I'm like, okay, do I wait it out and wait till these people start unboxing this?
No.
Or do I just
just
go back home and try my luck on another day?
No, you just open the box and take out the ones you want, take them up to the register. And go.
Yeah.
If I did that, I feel like I'd be tackled to the ground. But not a bad idea.
Why? Because that's probably what happened. You walked away, and some guy came up right behind you and snatched the ones that you wanted out. And so
probably. I mean, the boxes, from what I could tell, they were still closed. But
they were still closed. I thought they were open.
No. Okay. They were still closed. Nobody had opened them yet. If somebody would have opened them already, I would have been like, hey, I'm looking for this. Can you just get it out?
Yeah.
If they had been open and nobody had been there, I'd have gone through. But yeah, I wouldn't have opened them. I wouldn't have pulled out like a box cutter and been like, oh, no, don't mind me.
Yeah. But then
I got my yellow saber Rey like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, the Funko, really?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it was online first.
Maybe. Well, some stores get them later, so I might have gotten mine from like Hot Topic, and I think that they probably get priority.
Yeah. Well, here's an amazing thing. When I got home, my girlfriend tells me, hey, what were those 2 Funkos you were looking for? And I told her, and then she says, okay, they're being shipped to your house. And I'm like, I do not deserve you.
That's
no,
so
you don't.
sweet.
You absolutely don't.
I know.
That's adorable.
I know. And I also got probably my favorite Black Series figure that I already posted on Twitter. But man, this Bo-Katan from Mando.
That is pretty cool. I've seen
probably my favorite one.
Oh, that's really cool.
It's such a good face sculpt.
Yeah.
Katie Sackhoff. Like that's the thing I like about here. Hold on a second. How do I do the camera? I don't want to get off of here. I just want to turn the camera. I know. I got a lens.
There you go. Perfect.
Oh, fancy.
Hold on.
And then with the helmet.
Oh, so cool.
It's just like the detail is honestly unmatched from any of the other figures I have.
I have to tell my Funko Pop story. It's not Star Wars, though.
Oh,
I just have to get it off my chest. So they're releasing the Diamond Edition of the Evolutions, Vaporeon, Flareon, Jolteon.
Right.
Got Vaporeon a few months ago. It was great. The day they went live, Jolteon and Flareon went live at the same time, 2 different places. I woke up an hour early, which I'm not a morning person. I will wake up early for very few things. Got Flareon from FYE. Great. Waited for Jolteon. Waited. Didn't go live. I refreshed that page at least once a second for like 5 hours. So
5 hours?
So it was delayed. Yeah, because I work from home. So I'm just like doing work, refresh, doing work, refresh. Did not go live. Finally, Box Lunch says, "Oh, it's been delayed indefinitely." And I'm like, okay, whatever. That was like 2 weeks ago, and so every day since then, I've checked the Box Lunch website. I'm like, I don't know. Oh, Qui-Gon's really cool. Don't know when it's gonna go. And then yesterday, just out of nowhere, maybe it was the day before, it went live, and it was like the one time where I didn't check Twitter for like an hour. I was actually like doing work or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I saw it and I went, sold out.
Are you kidding me?
Nope. It sold out within like an hour. And I was reading comments on Twitter and people were saying, oh, I bought 3. Oh, I bought 6. And I'm like, I hate all.
I hate that. Like,
is that what you were talking about on Twitter? You were like,
yes, I've never been angrier about a Funko Pop in my life. I had to go on a walk because I like physically felt sick. Yeah.
I don't collect the Funko Pops. Are they like really hard to come by, or?
Well, those are because they were conference exclusives, and so they do they release some with shared retailers,
right,
for a limited amount, until they're sold out. And then you can't get them anymore unless you go on like eBay.
Okay. Yeah.
And anything Pokemon is gonna be like,
right.
People.
Yeah, I was gonna say, to answer Megan's question, the ab situation on Qui-Gon, I don't know because he's got his tube covered. You can't really see his
shirt.
You can see a little bit, but it's not. Here, hold on. I'll move the lightsaber. You can't.
I love how this is just a thing every day.
But it's not like
he's so cool. His face is really good.
Yeah, like that's what I was gonna say. Like the newer sculpts, like I have some older Black Series that I got off at like eBay, and they look terrible. Like the Obi-Wan looks awful, but like the Rey one looks like like I got the Black Series of Rey from Last Jedi, and this one is such a better sculpt than that. Although I got her lightsaber off of eBay. That doesn't come with the Black Series.
They look good.
Yeah, the ones they were like, and like this is the Princess Leia one, the Hoth Princess Leia. Like that's a really good sculpt.
Ooh,
too.
That is a really good sculpt.
I love that outfit.
And this is my favorite Princess Leia.
Yeah,
it was the one I had when I was like a kid, so I was always a huge fan of the Hoth Princess Leia. I didn't like. I mean, I know the buns are iconic, but
yeah.
Runs with Caesars asks, what pop was Emily looking for?
Oh, it was the Diamond Edition Jolteon. And Rachel, I appreciate it. Yeah, that's what people do. They buy like 6 and then instantly list it on eBay for like
it's like
$40.
Concert. Oh, by the way, runs with Caesars. The Off-World Jawa is cool because it comes with the egg. From the
I saw that.
So that's good. Good on you for wanting that. That's yeah. Normally, I wouldn't care about Jawas, but yeah, it comes with the egg. Well, it's the same thing with like concert tickets. Like I remember I haven't gone to a concert clearly in a year, but like even when I was like trying to get like concert tickets and stuff, you go into the thing and they're all sold out. It's like, how are they all sold out? We've been on these things have been on sale for like a day, or like for 10 minutes. How are they all sold out? And then then you go to like StubHub and you pay 3 times as much.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. I feel like those virtual queues, a lot of the time, or when they say, "Oh, this is going to be on sale at such and such time," and they're never on time.
No,
like, they're just
and sometimes they're early, and so it's all sold out by the time they said they would launch.
Right.
Yeah. I did get good Hamilton tickets, but it was like a local show. It was like the touring company, and like I was in the queue like 10 minutes before they got on, before it opened, and I got really good seats. They were view obstructed, but they were just like in the third row, just all the way to the left.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So. I wouldn't have thought that at the time because I was like, Hamilton's all popular. I'm not going to be into it until it came on Disney Plus, and I finally watched it. I'm like, all right, I can see, I understand. It's worth the hype.
Yeah, no, it's one of those. Hamilton is one of the rare things that like is you hear all the hype about it, and you're like, well, it can't be that good, and then you see it, you're like, oh wow, it actually is that good.
Yeah, it really is. It's very good. We went to Books a Million today. We had like the most normal, because we're both double vaccinated now. We had the most normal Saturday that we've had in over a year. It was great. We like went downtown for the first time. We went downtown and like there are all these cute little shops, and we're both from like a tiny town, so we're not used to this, and we're like, wow. And then we got lunch. We ate our lunch outside because they had outdoor seating. It was great. Lovely day. Anyway, we went to Books a Million, and there I'll have to get up and show it to you, but there was a painting, like some sort of artwork of C3PO and R2D2, which were our wedding toppers, and it had
oh, that's awesome.
Like cherry blossoms. Is so pretty. And so I saw it and I'm like, that would be perfect for us. But then I'm like, well, I don't want to push Star Wars too hard because like I know he's a fan, but I don't like to what extent. I'm probably not as much as what I would consider myself a fan. So I'm like, I won't. But then separately, he saw it and he's like, did you see this? I'm like, yeah. He's like, we have to get this.
Well, there you go. It worked out.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, perfect. He's like, I've never seen a piece of art that I wanted in our house so badly. Like, oh.
You bought it?
Yeah, we did. I have to go show it to you. It's in the living room. I'm in pajama pants, so if you see my pajama pants, I'm sorry, I just woke up.
No worries.
Look, at this point, I would be more shocked that somebody wasn't wearing sweatpants or pajama pants. Like after, like at this point, I'm like, really? You have slacks on? Good for you! Like, good for you.
Yeah, it's like COVID just made that like attire for just ever now, you know.
Yeah, I had to do a more formal like Zoom meeting a couple weeks ago, and I had to wear like a shirt with a collar. It was crazy. I still had like sweatpants on, but like Oh, Run with Caesars. I let me see. I don't know how to share a web page, but supposedly the off-world Jawwog comes with the egg. So let me see.
Yeah, it's on a. If you look at it on Amazon, it shows you.
Yeah, the page is pulling up. So like the Jawwog. So don't get. Runs with Caesars, don't get an off-brand like off-world Jawwog with no egg. Hold out for the egg. Why is this taking so long? Oh, because I'm streaming. That's why. Well,
also this is the Cassian Black Series that I have.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. From Edu.
The Edu. Oh, that's right. Yeah, not a lot of different outfits for. Although I'm sure you have a fan of Rachel, who's now your Black Series. Cassie.
All right, here.
Okay,
that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm ready. We're ready.
Isn't it cute?
That's great.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it has like little feathers on it. Oh, I love it. Yeah, we haven't found a spot for it yet. But.
They over at Epcot, I think it's for the Festival of the Arts. I forget. I think it's at the beginning of the year when they usually do that, and they have a bunch of art from different Disney properties as well as Star Wars, and I feel like one of those or one very similar was at one of those artist tents. Like they've got so much stuff.
Yeah,
like it's insane.
I want to like do something on this wall eventually.
Yeah.
Maybe have Star Wars over there, Avatar over here.
Yeah.
Spot for all my interests.
That's the thing. Like, I remember in the house I used to live, it was like Star Wars, Marvel, DC. and then like a wall with I framed like 5 albums. So it was like a kind of a mix of everything. Jason, you trying to share something on the?
Are you having problems?
Because I think if you want to share something, I think you do the. You can just add it to the screen.
It was slowing everything down.
Oh,
trust me, runs with Caesars. The one off-world comes with the egg.
yeah. If you search for it on Amazon,
I'm just saying, runs with Caesars don't get a Jawa without the egg because it comes with the egg.
Look who's joining us.
Megan's here. Hi. How's your essay?
Oh, it's not going well. I was like, I was like, I can't go on stream today because I have to do an essay. And then I was like, I'll just watch a little bit of the stream. Like, I'll support from the comment section.
There you go.
And then I wasn't doing my essay anyway. And I kept trying to talk to the screen because I'm so used to like, being in it. So I'm here.
Man.
That's how I was on May the 4th. I'm like, I'm not gonna go because I just got my vaccine. I'm not, but then I was like, I have to say this. I have to say that.
Yeah. Same. No, I should have set up before joining the studio. Instead, I was like frantically looking for my headphones.
No worries. I wasn't gonna join today either because I literally woke up like 10 minutes before 6. And I'm like,
nice.
But then I saw like other people weren't gonna be here, and then I thought about it, I'm like, what else am I gonna do on Saturday night? Like I don't have anything else to do.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, we're doing this.
That's been like the one thing about COVID. It's like, really, what are we gonna do on a Saturday night? You know?
Used to be that it was much different. You would do stuff on Saturday nights, and now, Saturday night. Yesterday I woke up and I was like, tomorrow's Saturday, right? Like I wasn't sure kind of all day what day it was because it just kind of, I just been working and like it's either working or doing a podcast or watching TV or walking the dog. So it's I wasn't exactly sure.
Because I'm like not working and I'm doing online university, I have like no concept of what day it is. So I'll be like, oh, today's Friday. I need to like be ready for my online class, and I'll go to like log into it, and I'll be like, you're 2 days early, and I'm like, what? Surely not 2 days early.
You're 2 days early.
Yeah, like it has to be at least 1 day, or at most 1 day. But yeah, my concept of time is just gone.
Yeah. I mean, as long as you don't miss any like important, you don't miss the due date of the essay but that's a good thing. You could turn it in like a week early.
You could.
Well, originally that was my plan. I was like, I'm going to start this essay a month early, and then I'm going to like, do a first draft in a week. Mm-hmm. I'll edit it and add all my footnoting the second week, and then I'll turn it in the third week, and I'll have a week to just kind of like cruise.
There you go.
And now it's due in like a week, and I'm like just trying to squeeze out the last of a first draft. I'm like, it'll be fine.
Yeah, of course.
As a student, I feel you. Yeah. As an editor, I'm like, oh no.
You're like stressed.
Yeah.
So much stress.
I'm like, as a student, I'm like, this is just how it is. And then as somebody who like tries to write outside of school, I'm like, why would you do this, you idiot?
I remember it was for Celebration Orlando. During that time, I just started writing freelance for a paper where I used to live. And I pitched to my editor. I was like, hey, would it be all right if I wrote like a story on Celebration? And she's like, yeah, go for it. And I was like, yes, this is going to be like the easiest thing to write. But then once I got there, I forgot completely about the article. And I was just at Celebration. I'm like, oh no. Oh no. And then, it got written.
Like, would it be okay if I just went on vacation?
Yeah, I was like, can we just nix this? Like, we don't need to have this. It's fine.
Which Celebration was it? What year?
2017, the one in Orlando.
Oh, okay.
The Last Jedi year.
The Last Jedi one. See, this is the thing. So this is funny because having done this podcast with you for so long, you've told several stories about the things that went on at that celebration.
Yeah.
And it's like, and now that you've like And now I know a little piece of information that you were supposed to be writing an article the entire time.
Just writing an article. Yeah. Yeah.
You're like staying up and eating pizza with Ryan Johnson and like
yeah, man. That was like the okay. I don't know if I ever told
but like writing an article.
Yeah. I don't know if I ever told this story, but that celebration, I thought I lost my car.
How?
In a game of Sabak. It was a game of Sabak.
No. Oh, no, it wasn't that I lost my car. It was that I thought shuttles weren't going to be running to the parking garage where my car was.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like in a full panic. So the story is, I think it was Friday or Saturday night. I was going to go to a comedy show at the comedy club near the convention center. And I think the show started at like 9 or 10 at night. And it was walking distance to the convention center. But the parking garage, you would have to take a shuttle from there to the convention center because then it would be kind of a long walk. So since I slept at the convention center night 1 and 2, I just left from there and walked over. And then, mind you, I did shower. I didn't like go to this place without showering for 2 days. I showered. It's fine. So I go to the show
at the convention center.
Yeah, to get in the live or into the room for the live panel. You got to camp. If not, you ain't getting in. And I think I froze.
Yeah,
you're back. You're back.
All right,
you
cool.
did, but yeah, you're back in it.
Good.
Yeah, you're back in it. And I think we pretty much knew what you were going to say. You have to camp out.
Yeah, you have to camp out, right?
Okay.
So I go to the comedy show. It's great, having a really good time. Had some drinks, had some food. Really great show. And then I check my watch, and I'm like, oh, shit. I think the shows are going to stop running in like 10 minutes. So I leave, and at this point, my phone's dead, 1. So don't have anybody I can call. I forgot the route that I took walking to get to this place. So now I kind of have to guess and retrace my steps on how to get back to like a central location to then figure out where the parking garage is if the shuttles aren't going. So long story short, you just see me on International Drive in Orlando, probably around midnight, just running as fast as I can back to the convention center. I get there, no more shuttles. So I'm like, great. Where's the parking garage? It's dark and I don't know where to go. So I forgot how this is why signs are a great thing. So I found a sign that said parking garage this way. And I'm like, okay, if I run in this general direction, at some point, I'm going to hit this parking garage.
Why were you running everywhere? Like, you just walked.
You're statistically more likely to hit a car.
It was the last time I remember running in my life. Honestly, the last time I remember running.
I'm like, is there part of the story you're going to tell us later that someone was chasing you? Why are you running down the road?
No, like, I don't know why I thought this is what I thought at midnight. If I took more, if I just walked, I would be in more danger. Don't know why. I felt like somebody would like come after me.
If you run.
There you go. Exactly. So,
or they just were like, he's crazy. It's the middle of the night.
Yeah.
He's running.
I'm running.
You're Florida man in that instance.
Yeah. I really hope somebody would have taken video of that. It was really a sight to behold. So the good thing about this parking garage was it was a singular building in a pretty wide open area. So I am just running in jeans. I'm sweating. It's hot. Like, not a good time. And then in the distance, I see it. I see the white building. I'm like, yes, I'm safe. I know where my car is. It's great. And then just because it's me, I'm like, with my luck, the moment I walk in, there's going to be somebody standing by my car and just waiting to kill me. Luckily, that didn't happen.
We should have run at him. You'd be like, ah!
Yeah, probably would have scared him.
Okay.
But yeah, I found my car, and then I charged my phone, and I went back to the hotel. But man, I will never forget just running up and down downtown, or not really downtown Orlando, but near the convention center. There are a bunch of hotels and stuff, but like it was just the weirdest thing. Like my phone had to die. I had to forget where I was, and then I just like, I don't know.
Yeah, you entered like a liminal space and you just ran straight through it.
There you go. I just went for it.
Run with Caesars has asked if we've discussed Bad Batch thoughts yet. I know that you guys discussed it on the recording last night,
yes.
but I was not there.
Well, since you were not there,
again.
So,
Megan, what are your Bad Batch?
What are your thoughts?
Oh, I have notes. I'll be right back.
See, Spartan, I don't know if you're being sarcastic, but it probably is a very safe area because there's a lot going on.
Gotcha.
But in my head at the time, I'm like, I've never been here. Like, I don't know.
Wait,
I don't know.
You were living in Orlando then?
No. I was still living in Fort Myers at the time. I didn't move to Orlando until 2018.
Okay.
So had I been living there already, I would have been like, oh, it's fine. I kind of know where I am.
Then I will take away 3 questions I have. Like,
yeah.
Why were you scared? You lived there too. Why were you in a hotel? You lived there.
Yeah. No. This was before the move, but man, it was quite the time. All right, Megan, go for it.
Oh my God! Sorry, the comment section has blown up in the minute I got up to get my phone and a pancake. Is it? Yeah. Okay. This is a total sidebar. I promise I'll get to Star Wars in a second.
Yes,
but I've recently become obsessed with the Pioneer Woman as a person and trying to figure out who she voted for in the 2016 election. She's never mentioned it. I get vibes, but she's never mentioned it. She does make great recipes though, and she has one that's called like a sheet pan pancake. So it's like a pancake that you cook in the oven and then you just cut it into squares. And I just tried it and it's so good. And I'm really bad at cooking pancakes, but they're all like even and fluffy on the inside. And they like are in cute little squares because that's how I cut them. Total sidebar.
My pancakes suck, so I don't even try. I'm like a good frozen waffle.
Waffles are good. I was part of a waffle club for like a year. And we would get together once or twice a week and just like make waffles and top them in different ways. It was great.
That sounds like a great time.
If you get a waffle maker, you got to get the kind where the stuff comes out. I had a waffle maker one time, and we poured all the stuff in it and closed it, and had great waffles. And then it was like, how do you clean this thing? Like you never can get it really clean after that.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. We have a non-electric one that just goes over a fire. So like in theory you can take it camping, although it's so heavy. I don't know like who would carry this in somewhere. But we have like a gas stove top. So if we want waffles, we'll just do that. It's really hard to gauge the temperature. Just get an electric one that like the plate pops out of. How do we feel about discussions involving spoilers?
Let me write a quick banner.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Perfect. From the other night.
Awesome.
There you go.
Woo, woo, woo. All right. I have really enjoyed the Bad Batch so far, which is lovely because I mentioned on, I think it was our May the 4th stream, that I like didn't care about it that much. I was excited for new Star Wars, but I wasn't like, oh, I'm going to get really invested in these characters. I'm just kind of going to have something to watch every Friday, which is nice, adds routine.
Yeah.
But I've really enjoyed it so far, and I found all the characters like super endearing. I'm sure that I'm like everybody else on the internet, and I like love Omega. I think that she's so sweet and cute, and like she just does little things, and I'm like, ooh, look at you. My favorite, like I guess Bad Batch member. I don't want to say clone because that could be any of them. I don't know.
Right.
In like the first half of the first episode was Crosshair because I was like, ooh, that's really interesting. And now I'm like, I'm dirty on him. I know that he has no choice, but still, like, didn't have to play him like that. Yeah, I loved Tech's little speech from the first episode where he's like, we're all special. And then there's Echo because he's like, I've got like a great mind and you've got great strength and you're like a sharpshooter. And he's like, and then Echo got blown up at one point and now he's here.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice? And I did say that Hunter gives off any man can be a daddy, only some can be a father energy. But the biggest takeaway I've had from the 2 episodes is the Gonk droid.
Of course.
Yeah.
We all thought of you.
I was watching it alone.
It's so funny.
I was watching it alone and I had like my 2 dogs both with their heads on my lap. And as soon as it came on, just like out of instinct, I yelled "Gonk" as loud as I could because my husband and I do together, and they both like, and then laid back down. So I really enjoyed it. I don't have really any theories about like where it's gonna go. I did have the thought that they might go see that clone that had like defected and gotten together with the Twi'lek and had kids. So now I'm like, well, they did that. So I don't know what's next.
Yeah.
Could be anything. Great big galaxy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really excited for this coming week's episode just to see like what happens.
So our big thing was no, go for it, Jason. What were you gonna say?
No, there's a trailer that comes out and it looks like they get a job as like mercenaries. I don't know if that's this episode or if it's just a coming episode. And it looks like it's a female Gamorrean is who's like, it looks like a green pig, so I'm just guessing it's a Gamorrean. So
yeah,
so that might be cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Sick. Run with Caesar's shit. I'm so sorry, I'm butchering your name now. Has said that clone's name is Cut, which
Cut Locane.
Yes.
Yeah, well, and the name of the episode is Cut and Run. So
yeah.
I remember Emily, you were the one that like
names, that makes sense.
You said like, oh, because that episode is named Cut and Run. You're like, could we see him? And sure enough,
we
did.
He's at least gonna make a appearance, and he sure did.
Well, I thought his name was Cup. I thought they were calling him Cup for a while. Then I looked and was like, oh, it's Cut because it's Cut and Run. But I thought it was Cup. I'm like, what a weird name for a clone, but okay. So
his wife is really cool. Like I'm glad they gave her a little bit more.
Yeah, I loved her. She was up there with the shooting at the I don't know the big cat that attacked Padme and Attack of the Clones. That's what it was called.
Yeah. So the big thing
gave her the midriff.
Yeah. The big thing we were also talking about yesterday was, which for you guys watching, you can listen to the episode on Monday, or if you want to become a patron, it is up on our Patreon right now in video format. But we were talking about whether or not we believed that Omega could be force sensitive. Megan, where do you land on that thought?
Ooh, I don't know, and I hope not. Because I'm. Sorry, you can hear my voice getting croaky. I hope not. I think that obviously there's like a lot of force sensitive characters, and that is a lot of fun. I think she's just like a different clone. Like in the first episode when she's like, "Oh, I don't like being hooked up to wires either." I didn't really take that as like extra special experimentation, which they're building up that it's something very different other than the fact that she is like a female clone is happening. But I kind of took that as like the hint that she is a clone, which then Tech says later, like, yeah, no, she is one.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But do you
like
think
if it happened, it wouldn't take me out of it. But
But do you think she's a clone, like a Django clone, or is she a different clone of something else? Like,
I think she.
Because she's got the blonde hair, which is the only thing that kind of throws me off for being like a Django clone.
Yeah. I don't know. She's also got like a New Zealand accent, which makes me be like,
Well, Star Wars is the only thing where apparently accents are hereditary. So, like, if your parents have a British accent, then you have a British accent. It's the only thing that acts like that. So,
yeah. So I feel like she could be a like modified Django clone, and that could be like the special thing where they were just like fucking with the DNA and the science. I don't know.
Yeah, because
I like
Rex...
pew science fiction, not like science.
Yeah, because I remember Rex and like the more detailed, like even in the Black Series figures, he's got like a very, very short hair, but it's also kind of blonde.
Yeah.
So it's a little strange.
I assumed he bleached it.
Yeah, I always have issues with that interpretation of his hair, because I always thought it was just like buzzed and then like reflecting the light.
Right.
Like, that's always how, until I saw like cosplays where it was more blonde, and I'm like, I never saw it that way. You see it a different way than I do, which is great, and just like
at the end of the day, it's just hair, but
I'm like, that's never what I thought it was going on. So my main argument with Omega being force sensitive, although maybe she's just really, I don't know, introspective, is that it kind of hinted that she could see the future with Crosshair.
Yeah.
Where she's like, I'm not going to get the quote right, but it's like, I forgive you for what you're going to do, or something like that. Like, she knew what was going to happen to him before it happened.
Yeah. It's like, I know what you're going to do. I think it's something along the lines of what she said.
Yeah, I know what you're going to do.
But in the second episode, to like counter that point, in the second episode, she knows about the inhibitor chips.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
So I had kind of taken that as like, well, she knows about the inhibitor chips, and she is very close to like is it Gamorreans, who are like the clone makers? Kaminoans are, yeah. She's like close with the Kamino, and that seems to be kind of running the program. So I thought it was more of like she knows that his inhibitor chip is still working, and that he doesn't really have control over what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I
felt like there was
could
more 100% be wrong. I feel like there normally is more to it. So I wouldn't be surprised if they were like, actually, she's force sensitive and can kind of see the future.
And she's Omega Skywalker / Palpatine.
No.
Yeah, that's where they're gonna go.
Yeah, Palpatine's also blonde.
Yeah, he's also blonde, and
he's just not from New Zealand, so that kind of takes him out.
Because accents are hereditary.
Right.
I was looking to see how much she looked like the Clone Wars version of Boba Fett, because he's like 10. I couldn't really good picture, but but not enough that I would be like, hey, that's a blonde Boba Fett. So
I think it's enough to where it could be, but also enough to where it couldn't be. But then again, like, she is a young girl, and I don't think she's gone through puberty yet, and so she's just like a very blank. Like, her features are very like, could be either way.
Right. Somebody on Twitter has been going through and like changing Tamara Morrison's face to look like the Bad Batch, and somebody went and did a grown up Omega, and it was Tamara Morrison with like this long blonde hair.
That's funny.
I love it.
It didn't look like the cartoon. I'm like, I don't know, maybe not.
I will say that it's possible the accent isn't hereditary and she just picked it up because she's surrounded by the other clones. However, it does seem like she's kept separate from the other clones, and that she's mainly been living under like Nala Se as her apprentice. And Nala Se does not have the same accent. So I don't know how the clones have their accent.
It's hereditary. All accents are hereditary.
Django spoke that way, and everybody else has to speak that way now.
Like, if you have blue eyes, your kids might have blue eyes, and if you have a British accent, your kid's probably going to have a British accent, no matter what.
Yeah.
So,
I would pay Nala Se to do an ASMR video. Her voice is so soothing. I don't even like ASMR.
I love ASMR. I'm into it.
So Runs with Caesars mentions Omega and Hunter in the cell, and I was just gonna say, on our TeePublic store right now, we have an Omega and Hunter T-shirt.
What a plug! What a
That, you know, that you might like. And
real
just
money from the
for
podcast
you,
is made.
we will put the running link in the bottom to our TeePublic store.
God.
If you want to
We're
go
just
and
gonna be
check it
filled
out.
up with like plugs.
It's super cool. And we also got a crosshair one that'll make you cry too. And Lonely Wolf says, my dream would be to find out how Grogu was rescued from Order 66
Yeah.
and how he was concealed, because this show covers the right period to explain his rescue and concealment. And I said that was like my dark horse pick.
It was, yeah.
Of who could show up in this show. So we'll see. I mean, I'm putting it right now, like, I'll give it a 25% chance of happening.
Okay.
I'm just overcome with the concept of like seeing Grogu in animated form. It'd be so cute.
Oh God, you think he's cute in live action? Like,
Yeah.
Animated.
Although,
yeah, like even Yoda is cuter in animation, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, except he looks real weird in Rebels.
In animation. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, he
Yeah,
looks.
they did
He
something
looks
weird
weird.
with him in Rebels.
In Rebels,
Yeah.
they made him like he lost a bunch of teeth, and he just wasn't.
Yeah,
doing
you're
too
right.
well.
I've blocked that out.
Yeah,
He was like in
wasn't-
his prime in Clone Wars.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
He's, like,
thinking
yeah.
season
looking
7
good.
of Clone Wars. Like there are shots of him like looking up at Ahsoka, and I'm probably the person on the planet that hates Yoda the most, but he's kind of cute in those
Hate's a
shots.
strong word.
You're like, I hate him, but I will give him this.
Yeah.
You got
Well,
hand
okay.
to him.
Yeah.
He's pretty cute.
I don't hate him, but of everyone else and their feelings towards him, my feeling is probably the closest to hate.
Yeah,
Own it. Just hate him.
yeah. Man, never would I have thought.
Look,
So overhyped.
let me.
So-
Emily got me on board with this anti-Yoda thing. When she first mentioned it, I was like, "What?" And then she started talking. I was like, "She's got points. She's got points,
Yeah.
you guys."
Well, and the thing is,
I don't
like,
know if I'm clearly on your boat yet, but you do have points. So
well, thank you. I appreciate it. A lot of people like don't like the New Republic books, like the Light of the Jedi, because they see that book as ruining Yoda. Since he was around the whole time, like he was instrumental to the Jedi fall, I guess. And like I didn't even make the connection with that book. Like the problems with Yoda have been there.
Yeah.
Don't blame the New Republic. Or the High Republic. Sorry, I said the wrong thing. The High Republic. Like, no, the problems with Yoda run so much deeper.
I never thought Yoda would get this much flack.
Yeah, I'm sorry I
Wow.
didn't mention it in the interview. You probably wouldn't have brought me on.
What would be
man.
Yoda's D&D alignment?
I have
oh
never
God,
played,
I've never played.
I know,
Oh,
like it's
a lot of
chaotic, neutral,
Yeah, there's like
good.
I'll have to bring it up.
Okay.
I only ever looked up chaotic good, and I was like, that's what my character is. Because like, would he be true neutral, which I'm guessing is what the Jedi would aim for, but be like, there's issues with being true neutral as well.
Yeah.
He would probably consider himself true neutral because I feel like he's probably inwardly a narcissist. He's like, I have reached enlightenment.
Yeah. Okay. So there's lawful good, neutral good, chaotic good, lawful neutral, true neutral, chaotic neutral, lawful evil, neutral evil, chaotic evil. I would say that Grievous is chaotic evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
Palpatine
pick.
seems lawful evil.
That's what I think as well.
Yeah,
Yoda
Like
might be-
he's very planned out.
Yoda
Yeah.
might be lawful evil.
Let's lump them together.
lawful evil for Yoda. Jesus.
Yeah, two sides of the same coin.
That is.
I love Palpatine though.
Yeah, well, he owns it.
He really does.
Yeah, that is true. Palpatine's like, I'm evil. I got no
Yep.
tragic backstory. I got nothing. I just
want to
like
rule
being
this
in control.
galaxy. I'm gonna do
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
We love
my
a go-getter.
Yeah,
Yeah, of
really.
course.
He's inspirational. He followed those dreams.
He follows his dreams.
Oh my god! All right, for the people in the comments, do you like Yoda? Do you hate him? What's your pick?
Oh, Lonely Wolf has said that they love the Bad Batch. It's Golden Girls in outer space, but with male clones, and they're right. They're right, and they should say it.
You're so right.
Yeah, they should. What is it? It'll be Dorothy, Blanche, Sophia, and Rose. That's okay. So, so if we are assigning them, you guys know about Golden Girls, right?
I
No,
I never felt the need to watch it.
Oh, you guys need to watch Golden Girls. Come on. we can't assign Bad Batch characters Golden Girls names if you guys haven't seen it. It's just gonna be me doing it, and that's gonna be sad.
Well, go for it.
Okay.
Sadder,
A month from now, we can have this as an episode, and we can fill in this month with watching Golden Girls.
Oh man.
Well, Dorothy's the leader, so that's clearly Hunter, and then I guess more difficult after that because
Which one's Betty White's character?
Betty White is Rose, and she's kind of the ditzy one, and then you have Blanche, and she's the slutty one, and then you have the
that's
Sophia.
That's Crosshair. Oh my god.
And then Sophia is like the really old one. She's Dorothy's mother. So
okay.
And her thing
I
is
would
just
say
she's
that
just super sarcastic and sassy. So.
Well, the
Based off
ditzy
of
one
that,
is Wrecker.
Rose is Wrecker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rose is the ditzy one. Okay. And you say Crosshair is the slutty one.
I mean, if we're going with like who is currently in the bag batch, sorry,
Bag batch.
The bag batch.
not including
They're grocers.
Omega.
Can't include it.
Maybe that would be Echo, because I feel like Tech doesn't give off those vibes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Lonely
I
Wolf
did
is
start
hijacked
Echo needs
the stream.
Echo needs some yeah.
Yeah. He needs love and comfort.
Okay.
He
Don't we
does
all?
need enough.
All right. So wait, so Echo's the slutty
Is he
one?
not?
We want that for him.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Okay.
manifest Echo being the slutty one.
Well, you tried to manifest last week, Megan. Happy hour. Was it Follows the Force After Dark? And I was trying to remember what exactly that was. I think I had a lot to do with bare-chested.
Yeah, I did see it in the comments that Rachel pointed out what I said about Crosshair.
Oh
being
yeah.
my favorite was not fully accurate to what I said after the stream.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, which was that I I was like, out of the blue, I don't think there was any prompting. I was like, Crosshair is the most fuckable of the Bad Batch. And I stand by it.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That's my After Dark contribution.
Yeah.
I think if we ever did and this is kind of just, whatever stream of consciousness conversation, but if it ever went if that was the name of the show, no, honestly, don't know where, I don't know what could be said.
Our Patreon would cost a lot more than $1.
Oh yeah, that would definitely be a Patreon only show.
Make no mistake.
That would not be. Yep, no. That can't be on YouTube.
Runs with Caesars. I see you.
Yeah.
And I have counterpoints that we will probably discuss in a future podcast.
Oh yeah. The future episode will be from all of Star Wars. Who do you hate with a passion? And then we'll just go through the characters.
Oh no, I was thinking of a full Yoda episode.
Oh, a full just Yoda. Oh.
I say we open
My
the show
manifesto.
and we say Emily, go, and then in the last 10 minutes, she just takes questions.
Okay, point number 1.
Yeah, can you prepare a
Episode 4.
PowerPoint?
Oh, I could do a PowerPoint. I put that on the Patreon.
Yeah.
Wow.
Deal.
There,
Okay.
deal. Deal. Perfect.
I think it would be fun to let everybody do a Star Wars PowerPoint of their own creation one day. So it's just like share screen, like, okay, now that I have you all trapped here. Let's see what we got.
Oh man.
Well, we know what Meg's would be. It would be on the Darksaber.
Yeah.
The Darksaber.
100%.
Yeah,
or like
tracking where it is over time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like why Bo-Katan deserves the Darksaber.
Yeah. Yeah.
And love. And I'm like, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I already have my Star Wars
such an
PowerPoint,
easy
but
fix
that
to
also goes into the After Dark category.
I
So
see.
That's right. I think I remember that.
Yeah. So guys, if you ever want to see any of those PowerPoints, you got, Patreon. Make it happen.
They don't exist yet. We should.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, mine does.
None of these. This is all.
Right. Yeah. No.
Still,
Megan does have
Mine's
one.
in my drafts right now.
But for the right amount of money, it could happen.
Right.
You can persuade.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not above being bought. I just haven't been yet.
We couldn't be bought. And the sad thing is not only can I be bought, I've been bought cheap. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've it would not take much money to be like, could you tell me your like honest opinion on something? I'd be like, I'd do it for free. Fuck. Yeah.
Wait,
just like talk about this one thing.
okay?
Like, okay.
Yeah.
What was that?
No, it's like wait, I was going to talk about this one thing I hated for free, but if you're going to pay me, okay, sure. Let's do that.
Yeah, I put that on Twitter for free.
Oh my God.
Well, Twitter now has a tip jar or something.
I saw that.
What?
Yeah, it's like tip me to read some of my stuff, and it's I'm not gonna pay you to read your tweets. Sorry.
Yeah.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Wait, if I read my tweets, do I got to do all my misspellings and all the times I'm of instead if? Like, do I have to do it like verbatim, or can I?
That's another thing. Why don't we have an edit button yet? Why?
I kind of like that we don't. But okay, so
why?
I don't know. It makes it more genuine.
I agree.
More genuine when you fuck up and you're like, God damn it.
Okay, as an editor,
sorry, you go.
Like Twitter vernacular and like style it's like an entirely its own thing, and I love it, and I think an edit button would kill that. But it's like it's so weird. It's almost like a new dialect that has grown on this one platform. Like the way I tweet is not the way I write anywhere else.
Yeah.
And I love that. I love not using periods and using comma splices and I don't know, misspelled words and then people laughing and I don't know.
Yeah. That's a much better answer than mine. This has happened to me twice on Facebook. Or maybe it's only happened to me once, but it's definitely happened a few times. There's no Krispy Kreme in Tasmania, and someone will start a Facebook page like Krispy Kreme Hobart or like Krispy Kreme Launceston, implying that one is coming. So everybody likes it to show support, and then they edit it and change it to like I love big butts or something. And then you like that.
That's actually brilliant.
Yeah, and I'm like,
I'm like,
fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Krispy Kreme needs to get on it, though.
Yeah,
I know.
The closest one's the Melbourne Airport, and that gets a lot of foot traffic from Tasmania.
Oh, I bet. We opened. There was a White Castle that opened in Orlando, I think, like 2 days ago. The line was, from what I saw in the news, it was like gigantic.
I mean, White Castle's pretty good.
I've never had White Castle.
Lonely Wolf, to answer your question, yes, I'm from California, but I live in Tasmania, and I have for about the last 7 years because my husband is Australian. But yeah, Hello.
Hello.
Hello, fellow
White
10
Castles
a.m.er,
are-
or maybe different. What was that, Jason?
White Castle is basically crystal burgers. I know you have crystals in Orlando.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I've
Okay.
never
Yeah, so
had
it's
White
basically all-
Castle or Crystal
Basically,
Burger.
yeah. If you are intoxicated at like 1 a.m., a White
It's the
Castle
place to
slash
go.
crystal burger is the best thing you'll ever put in your mouth.
See, I'm
Yeah.
like I'm more of a
Yep.
I'm more of a Taco Bell kind of guy when I'm drunk. Or pizza, one of the two.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know.
I'm not.
I go cheeseburger.
I'm a Jack in the Box. Maybe White Castle. My husband loves White Castle, and I didn't like it for a long time. But now that they have like the Beyond Burger or the veggie one, those are delicious, and I love them. And so now I get it more. But I hate pickles, and they always put pickles on it, even if you ask not to. And I'm like,
No,
can't. Even
it's like
if
it's mustard and pickles are like on everything.
Yeah,
Everything they're getting.
yeah. And I'm like so sensitive when it comes to pickles. Like, even if someone has put pickles on it and then realized that I asked for no pickles and has taken it off and then gives it to me without pickles, I can tell. I can tell that it once had pickles on it.
Wow.
I'm not that bad. I just take the pickles off. I there was a point in my life where I would tell like people at McDonald's or whatever, like just no pickles, and it would take like 3 times as long to get it. I don't know why. I was like, I'm actually saving you a step. Why does it take longer to not put pickles on it? So I just got to the point where I was like, it's great. Just leave them on there. I'll take them off. It's fine.
Yeah.
I would never go back and like, unless we're like in the restaurant, maybe. But if it's like drive-through, I'll eat when I get.
Yeah. I am not that kind of person. I don't think to this day, unless like you give me undercooked chicken, I'm not gonna send it back.
Well, yeah, that's like
well, yeah. Right.
Yeah, working fast food like changes your whole outlook on. I don't know. I don't know if Little Caesars is. I consider it fast food because it was.
I'd say it's fast food
that moved fast.
Not gonna lie.
They've always got the hot and ready pizza.
Yeah.
Sometimes
they do.
Sometimes when you want pizza, you don't want great pizza. You don't want amazing pizza. You want a $5 pizza that's going to fill you up.
$5 hot and ready.
That's been in the warmer for an hour.
And let me tell you, sometimes nothing hits quite as good as a Little Caesars pizza.
I agree.
Sorry to say.
Crazy bread.
Oh my God! Don't get me started on the crazy bread.
The Italian cheese bread is my favorite.
It's all so
I've never even gotten past the crazy bread. I've had like one Little Caesars pizza, but I've had easily 55 bags of crazy bread because my sister and I, my sister was in her 20s and I was like 18 at this point. My mom would like go away for the weekend or something, and she would leave us some money for food. And we would just go to Little Caesars and get like 6 bags of crazy bread and eat that for dinner. Oh, such good times.
Yeah, I would just get to take the leftovers home with me at the end of the work day, and so I'd come home with all these. And my now husband, his house was on my way home, so I would always stop at his house at like 10 p.m. and say, "You want some free crazy bread?" He'd run out and be like, "Here you go."
Oh,
that's how you get husbands.
Yeah,
he's like, "I gotta marry this girl."
Okay, so Emily, I have a question for you about Little Caesars pizza.
Because
it's always. But maybe it's say the same because I've had this question probably for like 15 years. So, yeah, it's been a long time. Is there a difference between the way a Little Caesars cheese pizza is made versus a pepperoni? Because sometimes I feel like the pepperoni pizzas have more sauce than the cheese. I don't know if that's just like my own thing, or if that's like
I
just
put the same amount of sauce on all of them, unless directed otherwise. The cheese does have more cheese,
right?
Maybe
but
it's
no.
like a ratio thing, or you need to go to a Little Caesars that respects their work more.
Maybe that's true. Maybe that's true.
Go in with your extra saucy pepperoni pizza and be like, Caesar did not die for this.
I will say that we make a ton, or at least when I worked there, which was like 5 years ago, we made a ton of pepperoni and had them ready to be put in the oven because we just sell so many pepperoni. So it's possible that like the cheese that you would get is probably going to be fresher than when the pepperoni was made.
Gotcha.
So
that might be the answer.
It. Yeah.
That
but
might be it.
We still keep like some cheese ready just to throw in the oven.
Yeah. Interesting. I just go to Little Caesars to get the breadsticks, but of course I went to college in Michigan where they're from.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Yeah, we used to, in high school, like the first friends I hung out with that had a car, they were like, "Do you want to go get Crazy Bread?" And I'm like, "What is this weird drug, Crazy Bread?" I didn't know what Crazy Bread was. And it was just like, "No, we go to Little Caesars and get it." I'm like, "All right." And I was like, after we got through, it was like, would you guys go to get Crazy Bread like every day? Is it like once a week? Just let me know when you're going, because I was completely on board. I don't care for their pizza. The Crazy Bread, I could eat that nonstop.
Yeah.
That stuff, that's the greatest.
Well, I think they've changed the way they do Italian cheese bread, but I think it's still my favorite. It's not as good as it once was, but you all need to try the Italian cheese bread.
Okay.
It's
right,
like
next time I'm stateside, I'm getting it.
Yeah, it's like the Crazy Bread, but it's covered in cheese. It's very good.
Oh my god!
So does
garlic
it still
butter.
have? It still has the garlic butter on it.
Yeah,
it just
and we used to also put Parmesan on it, I think, but I don't know if it comes with Parmesan now. You might have to ask for that.
You have to ask for. Oh, I think it had Parmesan. I thought it had it
on the Italian cheese.
I think it always had. Oh, the Italian cheese bread, not the Crazy Bread.
Yeah.
Because the Crazy Bread definitely has Parmesan. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
pretty
so
much
I have a question.
Yeah.
Completely unrelated, which is better, Crazy Bread or Olive Garden breadsticks?
Crazy bread all day.
Okay.
No hesitation. I had that one in the chamber. Crazy Bread.
You can also ask, like, we used to get a woman who liked her Crazy Bread a certain way, like underdone with like extra garlic butter on it. That's the way I like it too.
Me. That woman was me.
So you can like call and request.
I didn't know this was an option.
Yeah, at least it was when I worked there. Like it's been a while. Like we didn't have a phone app, or like now it's all digital. We didn't have any of that when I worked
There's
there.
a Little Caesars literally 10 minutes away from my house. I'm gonna walk over to them tomorrow and be like, listen, I want a cheese pizza and a pepperoni pizza and Crazy Bread, but please, for the love of God, undercook the Crazy Bread and just douse it in garlic butter.
Garlic butter. Oh, it's so good. And the garlic butter. The garlic butter they put. Sorry,
there's a delay.
There
no, I was gonna say is David's gonna be like the guy this week that went into Starbucks and had like the list this long of like the ways he wanted his drink made.
I don't order. Oh, that's another thing that we could talk about. After Emily says her thing about
the garlic butter,
the garlic butter sauce, but just for the next conversation, I never order at Starbucks. I have super bad their stuff is just, it's a lot of names and a lot of names of, sizes. I can't do it. Emily, go ahead.
The garlic butter they put on the Crazy Bread. It's not the same as the dipping garlic butter.
Oh.
It's different.
Okay.
It comes from a different container. So, and I think it's better. I think the stuff they put on it is better than the dipping.
Mm-hmm. I know that like at In-N-Out you can ask for basically everything customized. There is a place called Hungry Jack's here, which is basically Burger King. And they do something called Angry Onions, which are kind of like spicy onion ring bits, or like not spicy, but a little bit more spicy.
Sounds delicious.
And if you go at like a time when they're not busy, and get somebody who doesn't really give a shit behind the counter and say, can you burn them for me? Or like, can you double fry them? They will double fry them and they become like chips, like just so crunchy. And like the onion becomes so crisp. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
I swear I've had people when I worked at Little Caesars ask for the garlic butter instead of sauce. Like, maybe I'm making that up. I feel like some people like, yeah.
That would be good though. Garlic pizza is a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When restaurants aren't busy, you can get them to do anything.
Oh yeah. 100%.
If you ask nicely.
Yeah, if you're nice about it.
Yeah.
What were you saying, David?
No, if anybody had ever had a white pizza before.
Yes.
Yeah, I've never had a white pizza.
Yeah, I have.
I didn't. I have like really weird food things. I have this thing called avoidant and restrictive food intake disorder, which is basically like I don't like certain textures and I'll have like a panic attack if I try them. And I've been going to food therapy for like 2.5 years, which is wonderful and helped a lot. But when I was younger, I hated tomato, anything with tomato on it. Yeah. So I would like take the cheese off my pizza and wipe the sauce off and then put the cheese back on until I figured out that white pizza is my thing. And then that was all G. Now I am much more normal and will like eat a pizza. Yeah. Eat a pizza as God intended it.
So wait, the white pizzas have what kind of sauce do they have? I'm confused.
It's kind of like garlicky. I'm gonna look up exactly what it is. I've truly never questioned it. Like this food thing doesn't go by logic.
Okay, because we've had pizza with sauce other than red sauce because my husband doesn't like red sauce very much. I do, but that's it. But I thought I think it's like I forget what type of sauce it has on it.
I know like buffalo chicken pizza, a lot of the time their sauce is the buffalo sauce and then
so good.
All ranch on top of the
I hate ranch. I know, like I'm not a true Midwestern.
I don't like it either.
But I just oh god. Mm-mm.
If I'm having buffalo wings, as I do every Wednesday, because there's a place that does a wing Wednesday here, I get the blue cheese sauce. And if I'm eating a buffalo pizza, it's got to be the same.
I don't like blue cheese.
Well,
you're gonna be like, well, David, I don't like you.
If I'm eating a pizza,
if
I'm eating a pizza, it either has to have mushrooms on it.
Oh my god.
Or pineapple. Normally bacon and pineapple, which I know is controversial, but I love a bacon and pineapple pizza.
My husband, that's how he has his pizza as well. He'll do like a Hawaiian and then he'll add some other type of meat. Like he'll either add chicken or he'll add like cut up bacon or something. And I'm like,
that's good.
No,
it's good.
I haven't been able to decide if I like bacon or pineapple on a pizza yet.
It'll come.
I don't know why.
Bacon and onions is also very good. I'd take onions on anything.
I like anchovies on a pizza.
But
what?
I don't think I would. I don't mind pineapple on a pizza, but I don't think I've ever asked for it. Like if somebody, if somebody else orders it and they get pineapple and whatever on it, I'm like, I'll eat it. I have no problem with it. It's just not my go-to. I don't think.
A pizza I like a lot is pepperoni, sausage, and basil. Fresh basil. That tastes super good. Very simple.
Basil's a good one,
but very good.
Sorry, Lonely Wolf just said I hate the pizza that has too many different meats. I'm not looking for no's. Which is true. My ideal homemade pizza, because like the best pizza I've ever had was from someplace in Sydney and it just had 5 cheeses and I added prosciutto to it and was like so good. But my best homemade pizza is like the base. Pesto is the sauce. Mozzarella, anchovies, blue cheese. Pop that sucker in. Oh, it's so salty.
Not sure.
I imagine what being a horse is like.
if you made it and presented it to me, then I would probably give it a go. But one, I don't know if my husband can have pesto because he's allergic to tree nuts, and so
he does have pine nuts.
Yeah, and so we don't have. Yeah, because so I don't eat anything that could kill him. But I don't think I could do anchovies. I had to. So when I was a kid, I was in a scavenger hunt one time where, we had to go around town and it was pre-planned and everything. And we got certain points for things that we did or saw. And one was like every member of my team had to eat like an anchovy from Domino's, like straight out of the can.
Oh.
So I did. so we could get like those 50 points and never again.
Yeah, that's fair.
disgusting.
I only like them when they're cooked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I've never had them when they're cooked. I'm sure they're better, but I'm just like scarred for life.
I see my choice of pesto has caused one comment of upset in the chat.
Oh, jeez.
I will say you can
The
sub out
first.
pesto for normal pizza sauce, but add hot sauce to it. I have like a Carolina Reaper sauce that I pour into it and mix it around.
Okay.
So good. Yeah.
Okay, is Carolina Reaper like super hot? Or
It's
is
like
it like
it's like hotter than I would say, just like an average, like it's hotter than like sriracha.
okay?
Like a Carolina Reaper sauce would be much hotter than sriracha.
Got it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. I like
I love how Saturday's always like after a certain point we always just
Weird.
talk about food.
Yeah.
We've had enough drinks, so we're just
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
Everybody's I'm just glad I ate before this. I would have been starving in like the middle of this podcast.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Mm.
Normally I have like there's this restaurant in town. It's like a VR place that also has food. And so but we ordered their food sometimes because they have the best French fries.
Mm.
It's like they're really spicy. I don't know what type of seasoning, but they're like super spicy, really good French fries. And normally we order that on Saturday, so I have it like waiting. But we didn't order it today. So now I'm like, we might have to go get those French fries after this.
Yeah. I always run into the issue where after recording after streaming on Saturdays and we talk about food, I still have the whole day to think about the food we talked about.
Yeah.
It's like 10:30 right now. So I'm just like,
The dream.
what am I going to get after this? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I've got lasagna in the fridge, or
Oof.
I could go to Hungry Jack's and get the extra crispy.
You could.
I want
Good.
Lonely Wolf is talking about a Vegemite cheese pizza.
Ah.
Megan, you're probably the only one who can speak on this. Have you ever had
Speaks that
Vegemite?
language.
Yeah, I eat it all the time. Like I put it on
Seriously?
toast and
I've
and
never had
bagels and stuff. Yeah, it's just like a breakfast spread.
Okay. Honestly,
it-
I only know it from like that song that they talk about it.
Oh,
The Megan
yeah.
Wolf song.
The man down under song.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
neighbors were having a party last night. They were blasting that, and I was
Oh
like,
god, that's
Oh, really?
yeah. But yeah, it's good. It's just really salty. It's like barley byproduct or something.
Okay.
But it's really tasty. Yeah. When I can finally come to Celebration, I'll just like bring a jar and we can all have it on toast.
All right.
People will be like, I think this is a thing that several Australians have done because I know several who have done it. They'll be like, yeah, try Vegemite, and they'll give you like a spoonful of it. It's not how it's eaten. Don't do it.
Okay.
Eat it on toast.
Okay.
Yeah, eat it with something in like a thin layer and see how you like it.
Yeah.
I knew better, but my husband, this was before we got married. Maybe I shouldn't have married him after this. we were out to breakfast, and you know those little pats of like jam that you can get and butter and stuff. They had one for Vegemite, and I'd kind of like laughed about it. And he was like, "Do you want to try some?" And I was like, "No, I've seen what you did to a mutual friend of ours. Like,
Oh my God.
I'm not just gonna eat a spoonful of it." And he was like, "Yeah, okay." And so we're walking back to the car, and he like brings me in for a kiss, and he had put the whole pat in his mouth, and just went,
Oh, I would have been.
yeah, preemptive divorce.
Preemptive divorce.
No,
my
I was very mad. I was not happy. And it took me like 5 years to try it again, and now I love it and I eat it all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing that.
Yeah, I guess I mean, like you wouldn't just eat butter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or-
not
or
unless
like-
you're one of my
you wouldn't
dogs.
just
He'll just
eat
eat the whole
jam,
chunk of it.
Yeah.
So I guess that makes sense. Although, like on toast, I like sweet stuff because I like to mix like sweet toast with bitter coffee. So I'd have to find
Oh.
something
Yeah.
for
Right.
the flavors to balance. Mm.
Man.
All right.
Well, if anybody in the comments
you
wants to
had-
talk about like food, feel free to mention
Yeah.
something.
Now, have you had Megan the Vegemite cheese pizza, or is that a thing, or?
Oh, I think that's Lonely Wolf's
or is that
creation.
just something
Yeah.
that
I would eat it
Lone
though.
Wolf created? Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
do think that has the potential to be really tasty, but I do like really salty pizza.
Okay.
Yeah, I like salty pizza.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, I left the fire open and I'm like, why am I sweating? Why is it so hot in here? It's because the fire is going full blast with the fan on. One sec.
I thought she was going to say something much worse.
Yeah, like
the living room's on fire. Oops.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, pizza sounds good. And so what time is it? 8:25?
7:25 here.
Lucky. I was gonna say if I were to order pizza right now, strategically from Domino's, because they would have to get it here in 30 minutes or less. Otherwise, it's free.
Yeah, but that's not guaranteed anymore. But
oh, it's not? When they changed that?
No. Well, no,
Probably
they got
during
into
the
like
pandemic.
a lawsuit because.
Oh, true. True.
No, it was long before that. It got into there was like a lawsuit because it was like a weird. I can't remember what it was. Apparently, the drivers were like going out of their way and like speeding and like wrecking their cars, trying to get to places in a half hour,
Oh man.
and it just be super dangerous. So they quit guaranteeing it.
See, but the way you get around that is if you're
So
ordering,
it's not in.
you give the wrong address, and then you tell them, "Dude, been waiting. Where are you?" They're like, "Oh, I went here." It's like, no, it's not the one. It's not the house.
Oh, that's terrible.
Now it's free. So
that sounds like such a dick move.
I
It is very
ordered
dick
Pizza
move.
Hut it's been a few months now. Through the app, and I had never done it through the app before because I hate calling people like on the
Me
phone.
too.
Like I will not.
Yeah,
and spent like $50 on pizza because we were there's only two of us, but we were hungry. And then we'll eat pizza for the rest of the week. And then like an hour goes by and it shows you like, oh, they're in the car now, they're driving now, they're on their way to you, and the pizza never came.
Oh.
And I'm like,
oh no,
where is it? I'm starving. And so then I check the app and there's not like a way to report a problem because like I got like an email saying like, thanks for your order, review us. Like it had been long enough that they thought that we had the pizza. I don't know. To this day, I don't know where the pizza went. Someone ate well that night. It wasn't us.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And so then I like tried to call, to get someone on the phone, and I'm on hold for like 10 minutes and they're playing this loop of some sort of like news feed. And and it's like the most annoying thing I could listen to for 10 minutes ever.
Yeah.
It's like strategic almost that they planned it out that way so that you can't report problems.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and they charged us. Like we spent $50 and I wasn't able to find where the pizza went or call to say, "Hey, can we have our money back?"
Oh my god.
That's ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah. Normally,
you said that was Pizza Hut?
Yeah. And like I like Pizza Hut food and it's not that far away from us. So it's just now I've been burned though. So it's gonna be a while before I order from them again.
Yeah, once bitten, twice shy.
There was a.
I have that with the Uber.
No, go ahead, Jason.
No, I was gonna say I have that with the Uber Eats app. It's the only app of like all of like the food delivery things that does this. But for some reason, it doesn't, like, because I live in an apartment complex. It never gives them my building. It gives them like building 1, so I can like watch on my phone like the guy coming and going into my complex and going in the wrong direction and going again in the wrong direction, because he's looking for like 1, and I live in 34. It's just sort of like. And so I almost always have to like text the guy. I'm like, I'm in building 34, and then he'll finally come around.
Yeah.
One time I did it. I texted him like, I'm in building 34, and he was like, okay, on my way. And I kind of went onto my deck because it was still a while, and he was running. Apparently, he had parked his car and was just like walking around the complex. I saw him like run around the corner with like my Starbucks and his thing.
Oh my god!
So
one time, I ordered Instacart and DoorDash in the same, like around the same time, and let me tell you, both drivers got to my house at the exact same time, and I have never seen a more awkward interaction in my life because the Instacart guy parked in front and he was opening the trunk and getting the groceries out, and then the DoorDash guy gets there and they just like cross paths with the one guy going back to his car. So they must have been like, "Damn, this dude's hungry." So get it there.
Like, we
right
know that he
now.
ordered groceries for the week, but he's getting like something hot delivered right now.
Yeah, like he's either struggling or he's just doing well right now. But yeah, that was interesting. And then the day that a DoorDash driver drove 5 times past my house while I was standing outside waiting, and I was just like, and I'm like,
Yeah.
by the time I get my food, it's gonna be cold, and then I fear that he like spit in it or something. So
one of the first time we order deliveries after moving here, it might have been Domino's, I don't know. We're waiting and we see like they're coming, like they're close, because it gives you like an estimated arrival time,
right.
And so we're like, where are they? And then my husband gets a call from the guy and he's like, do you have a husky? And in the back, you know how huskies like yodel? You hear this husky like,
oh, that's so funny.
And we're like, we don't have a husky.
You're like, no, that's not our dog. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
He's like, oh, okay, because he had like gotten the numbers like one off.
Right.
Yeah.
It was just so funny. You can hear the husky.
That is amazing.
My dogs have not like started howling because they've done it for a while, but where we used to live, like before we moved back into our house here, not that many dogs walked past because it was like raining all the time. And it's fairly nice and sunny where we live now. And so if they see a dog walk in front of our house, one of them will start barking and then the other one will come in and be like, what's going on? What's going on? And if I try and get one of them to stop barking, like the instigator, the other one will start howling and then the first one will start howling as well. So it'll be like, bark, 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 bark. And I'm like, no, shh, like trying to do calming voice. And then all of a sudden I'll just be like, in like a chorus. Yeah.
I love it. I love it when dogs howl.
It is so cute and funny. Like, I know I should discourage it, but I just end up taking a video and like laughing the whole time. And then I'm like, okay, stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I think it makes them happy. I don't know.
Those howling noises are the funniest thing, especially the YouTube videos that people get of their huskies. It's like, how does a dog? How? I don't understand.
Yeah, like what is the human equivalent of howling? Did I just say human really weird? Did I say like human?
Human?
What's the human equivalent of howling? Because like I'm assuming barking would be yelling. So is howling like screaming?
Yeah. Yeah.
Singing maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like yodeling.
Karaoke.
Karaoke.
Yeah, my dog's just trying to like belt out My Heart Will Go On. And I'm like, shut up. Oh, what's everybody's karaoke song?
Ooh.
I know mine, but it's so obscure.
I feel like I've maybe even asked this before. Like
mine
maybe
is,
our first stream.
Maybe.
What's yours, Jason?
Mine is Polk Salad Annie by Elvis because it's just a ridiculous song. I'm clearly not gonna sing it, but if you want to search it on like Spotify and listen to it, you'll see the live version. Just my favorite. Ever like either young Elvis or older Elvis, and I like 3 weeks away from dying on the toilet Elvis, like when he's just like stoned out of his mind all the time.
Yeah.
And this is a song that he did in that period, and it's just hilarious. He's like slurring his words, talking to the audience. It's the greatest song. So yeah, that's my karaoke song.
Wow.
I don't know.
Emily, I'm guessing by the face you made that you just like don't do karaoke.
No, I don't do public.
Yeah.
And I'm a really, really bad singer. So
I'm also a really bad singer.
It's so far removed from anything I would ever do. Although My Heart Will Go On is a good choice.
That is a good choice.
Mine, I have two. Not that I have ever performed them. My sister does karaoke a lot, and the last time I went to visit, she was trying to get me to do it with her. But because I don't drink, I'm like way too aware of how I sound. I'm like, but it would be either "Dreaming of You" by the Corals, which is the song from Scrubs when JT and Elliot hook up for the first time. And then the other one is "Devil in Disguise" by Elvis, or like the Elvis version of it. Yeah,
no, that's
a
good
bop.
song too.
They have to be short, and they have to like, because if time wasn't an issue.
Right.
Like if I felt confident enough to stand up there for 5 minutes, it would be Copacabana by Barry Manilow because that's the only song I can sing kind of well.
Oh, you go, Jason. I have a karaoke. I have a karaoke don't. There was one night we were all doing karaoke. We thought it'd be funny to do "We Are the World." The karaoke version of that song is like 6.5 minutes. And it quits being funny about 30 seconds into it. So you're like up there for another 6 minutes. It's like, don't ever do "We Are the World." Never do "We Are the World."
Yeah.
I will say the same.
No matter how funny it is, don't ever do "We Are the World."
I'll say the same to the song "American Pie" because all you ever remember is the chorus, which is very fun. But you don't remember that the song goes on for like 8 minutes until you're up there at someone's 11th birthday party and everybody walks away.
Oh man,
they should have abridged versions for karaoke.
They should.
Yeah,
like
I don't know why they don't.
One verse, one chorus, done.
I don't know why they
don't. Just like the highlights. Yeah,
it should be like a 2-minute version of every song. Like there's no song that you, especially a karaoke version. There's no reason you need to do all 5 minutes of some song. Just do like 2.5.
Yeah.
You're good. It's fine. You get the
like first verse, chorus, bridge, chorus again, done. That's all you need.
You're out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what mine would be.
Cashmere.
Got no idea. Maybe something by the Eagles. I don't know.
Ooh, Lion Eyes would be a good karaoke
That
song if it wasn't like 6 minutes.
Probably Take It Easy. That's like a good 3.
That's a good one.
3 minute.
Yeah, you want some kind of upbeat. Take It Easy is a good upbeat one. Like don't do Hotel California. I've seen so many people do Hotel California.
Oh, I've seen that as well. Yeah. Take It Easy is 3 minutes 32 seconds.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Yeah,
perfect.
Yeah, in and out 3.5 minutes. You're good.
There you go. And then Spartans is Wanted, Dead or Alive. Good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's a good one. A little Bon Jovi in there. Let's see.
Most Bon Jovi songs are good karaoke songs. Okay.
Yeah, Living on a Prayer.
Yeah.
Bad Medicine.
Bad Medicine's a good one. Yeah.
I've never heard anybody do Runaway.
To say like a single Bon Jovi song, I would not be able to tell you.
No.
I've even forgotten the ones you've just said. Just like, all this like, you go.
It's like, did Black or White from Michael Jackson with a friend of mine in a bar. That I can say was not conducive to that song.
No.
MJ's hard. It's hard.
His voice could go so high that like.
I feel like you either have to do one of the two things. Either you have to sing like him or you got to dance like him.
Yeah.
There's never like, if you can do both, you're just like the second coming of Michael Jackson.
Yeah, you should actually.
Usually it's one or the other.
At the very least, a Michael Jackson impersonator.
Yeah.
There are definitely like certain performers that have such like a thing around them where if you're doing them at karaoke, it's like that you have to either be able to perform like them or sing like them.
Right.
Otherwise, everyone's like, why'd you pick that song? Huh?
Right.
Yeah.
Karaoke's cruel. I don't know why I even asked.
Yeah. Oh, man.
If you could, let's bring it back to Star Wars.
Okay.
An hour and a half in.
21 minutes. Yeah.
We were doing good for the first hour.
We were.
Yeah.
That was like the most we've stayed on topic in one of these episodes.
If you could watch Star Wars characters, whatever character you want, do like one mundane task. So like doing karaoke, just like a normal human world thing. What would it be? This is a dumb question now that I'm saying it out loud.
I would love to see Hondo doing like, I don't know, just like cooking with an apron on or like chopping, just like doing something like really normal.
Yeah.
I've got it.
Yeah.
I want to see Darth Maul try to return something at a store. Like something that's not like you can't return it.
These
like it's one of those
something you can't return.
Right. So like I want to see him try to return something that can't be returned.
They're like, sir, we don't accept pillows back.
Yeah. Like I just want to see him just friggin' lose his shit.
This
I feel like
did not do its job.
I feel like mine is in a similar vein where I would really like to see either Han Solo or Lando just sit in traffic on like the 405 and listen to a podcast in silence of just like listening to Serial or something. Just disassociating, sitting in traffic, staring out the window.
Oh my god. That'd be so
I think
fun.
I would like to see either Luke or Anakin go through a metal detector and try to explain their hand to the TSA.
I guess Anakin's would be easier because he doesn't have the like fake skin over it. So he would just be like,
if it was Luke, they'll be like, what are you trying to hide, sir?
Yeah, Luke would be more of a problem.
Yeah, he goes through this thing and they're like, can we just wave this around here for a second?
Yeah.
A group of
wand
clones.
just keeps going off with his right hand and it's like, sir?
A group of clones going out to the bar. And since they all look the same, I want to see them fuck with drunk people. I think that'd be great.
Yeah, that would be pretty fun.
Great.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Be hard for the waitress to remember who ordered what.
Yeah.
Boba Fett listening to Dr. Phil. He seems like somebody who would have strong opinions about like daytime TV.
Yeah.
Like when I was a kid and I would pretend to be sick.
Yeah.
Just stay home. And when I would actually be sick, I would always just watch like Maury and Dr.
Oh
Phil.
God. Maury.
Is it like
Maury.
the Jerry Springer show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, can you imagine seeing Vader on Maury? Like you are the father. And Luke just
I think he'd be happy. I think the kids would be unhappy in that case.
Yeah.
But he'd be like, oh, I'm just imagining, I think it's like how it should have ended when it's like, I'm a dad.
Yeah.
Like he seemed pretty excited before
He did.
The last 2/3 of Revenge of the Sith happened.
Did he?
I mean, in the book it sounds like he's more excited. I think he's like taken aback but kind of happy. And then he's like, actually my latent anxiety is coming back up. And everyone's gonna die. But not if I kill them first.
Oh my God.
Seems like kind of the vibe.
Yeah. Oh man. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go dispose of this glass. So
in the trash.
I have a feeling I'm gonna
just
knock it
shower
over.
it on the sidewalk.
Well, throw it in the sink. You guys know what I mean. Be right back.
I don't know if Anakin was excited about being a father.
Yeah, I don't know why I really decided to stake my claim on that. Because I agree. Like thinking of the movie, he's kind of like,
Yeah, and I've been watching. I've been watching a lot of true crime lately, and I watched one on Netflix. I forget the name. It's like The Murder Next Door, about the really famous, tragic case where he killed
I saw that.
and his two daughters. And there's a clip in there of when the wife like announced that that she was pregnant again, and at a similar vibes to Anakin. That's all.
Yeah,
but that's a really tragic story, and maybe not the best comparison because it actually happened, and it's really sad. That guy is like One of the worst things.
Did he go to jail?
He did. I think he has life in prison because he confessed to it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Vader and Padme, had she lived on Springer with Luke. I feel like Luke would be down for Springer, and Leia would just be like, "I'm not going on that show."
Yeah.
She'd be like,
I'm not doing that.
She'd be like, "I don't care what the DNA says. He's not my father."
He's not my father.
Yeah. Now I'm just like caught up in what that would look like. Obi-Wan comes out to like fight Vader at one point. Again.
Like, I'm his true father.
You might have been his biological father, but I was his like everyday father.
Yeah.
Then Owen comes out and is like, "No, you weren't. I was."
I've picked up from a certain point of view Strikes Back again because I just finished a bunch of school reading, so I'm like, hey, I've got a few days before I have to do more school reading. And I am at the point where it's basically they're on Cloud City now, and it's the like rabbit dude who's going to talk to Lando. But I'm really trying to get through this story. Like it's fun and it's fine. I think it's by Kevin Scott, the one that I'm currently reading, because the next one is the one where it's like the chef on Bespin being like, "What does Vader eat? Like, what am I supposed to make for dinner?" And that was the story I was most excited about when they like announced which ones were coming. So I'm like, finally.
I haven't gotten to that one yet. They're interesting though, to the perspectives.
Yeah. I find that I really enjoy the individual stories, but I get a bit tired of like the blocks of them where it'll be like, cool, here's the same event on Hoth from like 9 different perspectives. And I know that's the point of the book.
Yeah.
But I'll just be like, oh, there's a little bit too much overlap for me to like really push through.
I felt that way about the Cantina.
Yes, I felt the same way as Emily. Like so many different versions of the Han and Greedo thing. There was like 10 different ones. It's like from the band's perspective and then somebody else's perspective. And I was just like, can we get on with this? I'm good.
It's like, I know that this scene is loved by many.
Yeah. And there are like
if I'm
heaps
one
of characters. There are heaps of characters to like hop into the perspective of.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, oh, maybe keep it to like 4.
Yeah. The ones in that one I like the most. I like the one about the red astromech.
That one was really cute.
The one from the perspective of Leia's mom on Alderaan as it is about to be destroyed. Oh,
yeah, I think about that one all the time.
I shed tears, which is a mark of a good book, I think. Yeah, I think those 2 were my favorite.
Emily, you're gonna hate this, but one of my 2 favorites was the Yoda one, where I think it's Qui-Gon's Force Ghost comes to Yoda and is like, "Hey, you ready to train Vader's kid?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'll train Leia." And he's like,
Not the one I meant.
It's like, no, I didn't mean that one.
It did add a necessary part of canon, I think. Like, some of the problems I have with Yoda, it did try to rectify. It attempted.
Yeah. Enough.
I do think my favorite one though was the Master and Apprentice. Claudia Gray one.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, was really good.
Yeah, that one was awesome.
Correct.
Jason, you were saying?
Oh, I just said
not enough.
Said that it was not enough. Yeah, didn't deem Yoda enough for her.
No, because like as much as I do like some of the stories in those books, I cannot. I have to tell myself that they're like just an interpretation and not like defect or like factual canon. I don't know. This is my because some of those things I like the mystery.
Yeah.
I like my own head canons and being able to develop that. And I'm like, okay, so this is someone else's head canon, and that's great. I love it. I love seeing those perspectives, but I just can't like accept that it is like the one truth.
Yeah. The way that I approach those books, and honestly any Star Wars book, is like it's more like a history book that somebody wrote based off of the information and the stuff they could, like, you read a book about the American Revolution. Will we ever know day by day what really, went on with everybody involved? Probably not. We'll get the big picture stuff right on. That's why, like, when people were talking about, and spoilers if you haven't seen episode 1 of The Bad Batch, but when people were talking about how Kanan's story differed from that interpretation versus the comics, it's like, okay, but did the bigger picture event remain the same? Deba Balaba was killed by clones protecting him, and he fled. Those two things still stayed exactly the same. Whether or not it was at night, she had a green lightsaber, there was more of a conversation. Like, yeah, you can have that. But for a moment like that, they did what was best for that story. And if you like the comic version better, go with that. It doesn't change anything in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
And that comic is still there. It's not like they pulled it from the shelves yeah.
I will say though, I prefer green lightsabers, and it does seem like Disney has something against that.
Yeah. Which that, like,
That's
obviously
true.
it's like a super nitpick, but it's like, why do you feel the need to change it? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
There has to be
wonder-
a reason. Oh, it might be color blindness. I saw someone saying that it's more accessible to have it be blue than green because of green-red color blindness.
Interesting.
I don't know how true that is, but I did see someone say that.
I wonder if it's like, well, Luke's lightsaber is green. So, like, he's the one who has a green lightsaber, and everybody else has to have a different color, like, trying to make it more kind of, like, iconic to the character. I don't think that's a good reason.
Yeah, I mean, Yoda's got a green one and Qui-Gon.
Although I did also see someone say that as a kid, they thought that green sabers marked, like, a mastery level.
Yeah.
Because you do kind of see that with Yoda, Qui-Gon, and Luke's own, his second lightsaber.
Yeah.
And that's interesting.
This is interesting.
But then Ahsoka kind of flips.
Yeah, but Ahsoka isn't technically a Jedi.
Very true. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she could just be like, oh, I'm going to have whatever color I want.
Yeah.
She's like, fuck you, Jedi.
Yeah, like, as much as I appreciate, I have her here, how the blue sabers, match her outfit, and how it goes with Bo-Katan's, like, it's good.
And how it goes with Bo-Katan.
I mean,
they can match.
They gotta match. I love that they match, and it says a lot about her relationship with Anakin, and then he finds her blue saber, and it, like, changed blue because he had it. Like, it story-wise, I get it, but
right.
I liked them better when they were green and, like, lime green.
Mm-hmm.
I had a question. It was something that I hadn't really, like, I noticed it in the finale of season 7 of Clone Wars, but I didn't really give it much thought. Ahsoka drops the one saber, and later Anakin picks it up. I saw somebody on Twitter saying something, which I don't remember. So sorry, whoever you were on Twitter, about it and, like, the significance of it. Am I missing something? Very possible.
It's at the beginning of that arc, he gives her those sabers. I mean, like, they're her lightsabers, but he had them in his possession all that time.
Yeah.
And I think it's just, like, the symmetry of he gave it to her right before it happened, and then he's getting it back.
That's what I thought it was as well, of just like, kind of like cyclical. Or also him potentially, I think that this post was trying to say, like, it's him not being able to let go of things. Like, he takes her lightsaber because he doesn't want to, like, let go of her memory, even though he's kind of gone, like, full dark, no stars.
Yeah, which makes sense because, like, that is one of the things that Yoda tries to teach him, is to let go, and he's never able to. So I think it does kind of align with his character.
Yeah, that was where my thoughts went first, but I wasn't I wasn't sure if I had like missed something, something that was like established.
Excuse me.
Wasn't that the whole point of him having a Padawan? Because he can't let things go, and this was something that he was going to have to build a relationship and eventually let go. I mean, clearly it had the events that happened with it happened, but
that's a good point. And there's that really good conversation he has with Luminara about that, about when they think that their Padawans have died, and Luminara like moves on very quickly, and he's like, we can't just, and she's like, if something happens to my Padawan, like I'm gonna mourn it, and then but I have to move on. Like we can't linger.
Oh yeah, that was a brutal episode. Oh,
what a downer.
Yeah, sorry guys. As I bring us
By
into
the way, we
minutes.
haven't seen Barris yet.
Yeah.
I want to know what she's up to.
I want to see her so bad.
Because she was in like Jedi prison.
We think so.
Do you think that the clones would have like gone to the Jedi prison?
She could be an Inquisitor now.
I think she could be an Inquisitor.
Oh.
Yeah. But okay, so my thing is there are two sides. Like you could think, oh, Palpatine or whoever's in charge now could like hire her to be on their side. But in season 7, we do see clones go to execute Maul for Order 66, even though he's in custody. So it's possible they went and just executed her. But I think that we'll see her again.
What if she's the one who took her. Grogu?
That would be dope.
Oh, that would be interesting. That would be super interesting.
That would be a nice little twist.
Maybe Grogu was also in prison.
And his little handcuffs.
What crimes against the Jedi have you brought forth, Grogu?
He's like, I wasn't hidden. I was imprisoned, and I left.
That's what he was like blocking out. That Ahsoka's like, oh, he was part of the plot to like bomb the Jedi Temple.
Oh my god! Have you guys seen that meme that it was like a text conversation between Anakin and Grogu, and it says, "It's like, haha, I lived, bitch," and it's a picture of Grogu. I was dying laughing when I saw that.
I love that meme format. Like, I think the original post is so funny, and then every meme format I've seen, I'm just like,
oh, they're so great.
Yeah. What's Grogu up to?
I don't know.
I hope they answer that, or like not even necessarily answer. They could even just do kind of like a throwaway.
Yeah.
Like see him in the background somewhere, and I'd be like, "Hey,
like, hey,
it's the little guy.
It's that guy. It's that guy."
Yeah.
Nice.
I think I'm easy to please, so I'm just like, oh, put him somewhere in the scenery, and I'd be happy.
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't somebody need to take care of him for the next 19, 20 something years? Because he can't really take care of himself.
Yeah, he is baby.
So I'm just sort of curious. Whoever takes him out has to find somebody to take care of him until,
unless he just gets he's like some sort of bounty that changes hands.
Oh, that's not what I thought. I thought you were going to say, unless he's some sort of lizard where you just like throw a mouse, or I guess you don't feed lizards.
It's those frogs.
Throw some food every month.
Give him like a cricket.
Yeah.
He's like, thanks, buddy. Put him under a lamp.
Yeah.
I've never owned a lizard. My reptile. I've never owned one.
Me neither.
This advice is not to be taken. That's how to care for your pet.
Grogu is just hiding under like a really warm rock.
Yeah, they just give him like a toad every once in a while. Here you go.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he'd be more like a snake because he like eats eggs. Snakes eat eggs.
He eats anything.
True.
Like cheese. Freaking on a rampage. Anyway, we are nearing the end. Well, we're at the end. It's 8:59 over here. So, any final thoughts in this last minute of the show? Nothing.
No,
No, I
not
think we covered
really.
everything.
Cool.
Everything you could want.
I'm just
Perfect.
imagining Grogu at like a Vegas buffet.
Oh, how does Echo sleep?
Oh yeah,
How does
face
Echo
down.
sleep?
Just face down.
Face down. It's the
Poor
only way you
thing.
can.
Like he
On
can't
his
take that
stomach.
off his head, right?
Right. Or he sleeps like leaning against the wall, just like standing up.
No, poor thing.
Maybe he has like one of those like donut hemorrhoid pillows, but he uses it for his head.
Maybe. Or maybe he just
Ah.
doesn't sleep anymore. He's so
Yeah,
machine
what if he's just-
that
yeah.
he just that's sad. He's like
That
Edward
is sad.
Cullen.
Yeah.
I
I was just about to say
I
maybe he
didn't-
sleeps hanging upside down like a bat.
Oh God.
Well, they did have that line in the first episode that he's more machine now
Yeah.
than man.
Yeah, they did.
Which is,
Yeah.
That was a nice little callback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But alrighty, guys, that was the happy hour for tonight. I'm glad y'all could join us, and I hope you had fun. If you get that Galaxy's Edge cookbook, make this little fall spice brew. It is very good.
Oh.
And I hope you enjoyed our pizza conversation, because I think I finally got to the bottom of why pepperoni sauce is, in a higher quantity than the cheese. But anyway,
We solved
on
one of the great
Monday-
mysteries.
yeah, there
Yeah,
you go.
solving more great mysteries
Every
next
week. Every week, you know what happens. So this Monday at 11 a.m., we got a new episode of Words Between Worlds. Again, if you are a patron or want to become a patron, it's just $1. You could watch us record the show live on Friday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. Next Saturday, another happy hour at 7 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. And I know we're going to get some Your Star Wars Journey episodes coming out real soon. So keep an eye out for that. And then for TeePublic, we've got some new shirts and new merch for you guys to check out that are all Bad Batch related. So I hope you all check that out. And until next week, may the Force be with you. Always.
Bye,
Bye guys.